this is an enormous task for us. I don't normally predict a negative, but I don't really think it is a negative. I think it's a realistic. Arsenal are massive favourites. We're at the start of their journey. They're nearly at the top of their journey. They're at home. They have to win. I'm going to say Arsenal win this 2-0. I think Arsenal will win this game. I'm not bothered. Well, I am bothered, but I'm not bothered in the sense of, oh, Amorim's fucking useless, or these players are a waste of time. I just think where we are at the moment is we're not where Arsenal are. But if you want a positive, Brighton didn't get beaten at the Emirates, and we tend to do reasonably well at the Emirates. And I think when people write us off, we tend to go and express ourselves. I remember a couple of times, certainly under Ten Hag, we went there and we started off really well. In fact, we lost because of a bloody Garnacho's goal should have been given, and then they scored a silly goal on the back post, didn't they? I think it was Declan Rice. So we tend to go to the Emirates and do quite well. Remember that David De Gea game where he was unbelievable. So I think I'm going into this game eyes wide open. I think we're capable of getting a draw. I think we're capable of winning, but I'm not going to move away and do what some Arsenal fans want us to do and the media want us to do. I'm not going to overhype United, and I'm not going to say we're going to go there and win, because they want that. They want us to over-egg the pudding, put a bit of pressure on ourselves. Arsenal are the favourites. Arsenal need to win. Arsenal have all the pressure. We're just going there, taking tiny steps on our journey to progression. The mountain is huge and we are at the bottom of it. Arsenal, they're right near the top, so the pressure's on them. I think what we need to do in this game is go there and show progression. And if I was a player, I would be motivated by that, because Amorim knows the truth, like I know the truth and you know the truth. We know we can't trust these players just because they beat Everton and Bodo Glimt. We know we've had many false dawns. If some of these players perform badly against Arsenal, the same things will be said. Well, you know what? Leopards can't change their spots. Ultimately, they're just not big-time players. What we're looking for here are some performance of consistency and growth. That will not be measured against the manager. Obviously, the manager will take the credit for the formation and the selection if it works. But if it doesn't work, I don't think he's going to be taking the blame. I think the blame will be attributed to players who have consistently shown they're not capable. Whereas if they go and show they're capable, then they're showing progression for this manager and this fan base. So it's a win-win. I think it's a win for us. If we play badly and we get beaten, well, we already know this. If we play decent and get a draw, this is progression. If we play decent and we win, it's a massive confidence boost. So I think it's almost a free hit for Manchester United. But I do think Arsenal will win, because maybe it'll be a controversial VAR. Maybe it'll be a comfortable 2-0 win. But I just feel with Arsenal, they have to win this game. And they are a very good side. I respect that. And they were fantastic against Sporting. And since Odegaard's come back, they just look like they're in a rhythm at the moment. And they know they've got to keep winning. And I think it's a huge task for United. But what I would say is, I wouldn't swap this for any game. I think this is perfect. We've played Ipswich, we drew, beat Bodo Glimt, beat Everton. Now it's our first real test. After a few games with Amorim, let's play one of the best teams in the league at their ground and see where we are. Because beating Everton, beating Bodo Glimt, oh yeah, we're great. But in the back of your head, you're like, I don't know much about Bodo Glimt, and Everton aren't that good. Arsenal at their place, even if we win and Arsenal have a bad day, that's not on us. We've still been to Arsenal and won. That's still a marker in the sand for what we can do. And I'm very excited about it. Cal says, I'm cautiously optimistic for the game. Matthias says, just had ACL surgery and you helped me a lot in my rehab to get back to football. Keep up the good work. Love the community. And good luck in your recuperation and rehabilitation, Matthias. Thank you very much for the update, and I hope you're doing okay. Razvan, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Chikorito says, any chance of you collaborating with Robbie? I've never even thought about it, mate. I mean, the door's always open. I mean, we had Robbie on our podcast a few months ago, so it's not for me to ask. I know he's got interest in another United channel, so that might not be why it's possible, but I'd be happy to do it. Can Agate do a G-Sung? I've done that one as well. Scott says, I see Xerxes starting so he can create chances for people around him. Rasmus will get bullied by the Arsenal defenders. I see a really badly thought out comment that's based on agenda and toxicity, Scott. I actually think it's a terrible opinion. So you want to play Xerxes because you don't like Rasmus. Okay, fair enough. That's not going to do you any good as a United fan going forward, by the way. We're trying to move away from all that, but each to their own. Secondly, we can only take a horse to water. We are playing Arsenal away, who will have more of the ball than us, and you think it's a good idea to play a striker that will drop off the centre-backs and allow their centre-backs to walk into our midfield. You need to understand the modern game. You need to understand when you're playing a team like Man City or Liverpool or Arsenal at their place, you need to pin their centre-backs back. I'd rather play Rashford than Xerxes because at least Arsenal would be worried about the ball over the top. We need to push their centre-backs back. If we let them come forward, they're pressing us back towards our goal. Why give them an invitation to that? So Xerxes yesterday gave Tarkowski and whoever else was the other centre-back a nightmare because they're at home and they want to sit deep and they haven't got anyone to mark. Saliba and Gabriel would bloody love it if Xerxes played because they'll just walk into the midfield one at a time. We need to play a centre forward that's going to try and push them back and look for the ball into the channels, which is why it's got to be Rasmus or Rashford for me. But that's just my opinion. City have Forest at home, Palace away, Juve away, then us. Can we get them with 10 games, no win? Says Ravel. I'm not thinking about Man City. I mean, that's going to be a great game, Ravel, but it's let's let these games unravel first. No, I mean, look, Man City's a great game in a couple of weeks, but we'll play. Let's not. I was doing That's Football, and we were talking about Liverpool, and a Liverpool fan got in the comments and said, whether we're title favourites, whether we're going to bottle it, I'm only thinking about the next game. And then when that's out the way, I'll think about the next game. That's Liverpool playing really well, 11 points clear from Man City and 9 points clear of Arsenal at the top. If Liverpool are thinking like that, we need to think like that. Let's stop looking 3 or 4 weeks ahead or 3 or 4 games ahead. Just deal day to day. The biggest, and we contribute to this, me, you and everybody, as fans, we're always like, whenever we win a game, but when are we going to win the league? Why do we do it? We'll just beat Everton 4-0. Do you think we'll win the league by next Christmas? Like, we do it. And I think we are not responsible for United's failure over the last 10 years. We've not bought the players. We're not the Glazers. We haven't let Old Trafford rot. But we are a factor, however small, because we do get overhyped. And we've just got to live day to day. Like, what if we lose to Arsenal on Wednesday? Are people going to wake up on Thursday and say the world's going to end? We're rubbish? But it won't be true. We'll have lost to one of the best teams in the league over the last 2 years, and we're nowhere near that level. So Man City will be very exciting. Let's see where we are. But it doesn't matter whether Man City bounce back against Forest, Palace and Juventus. It's still a Manchester derby. We've beaten Man City when they've been miles better than us. We were 2-0 down at half-time and beat them 3-2 at their place when they were going to get handled the title. So Man City's a Manchester derby. I'm focused on Arsenal and I'm very excited about it. And it's an interesting one because I think we've been in this situation so many times with Arsenal over the years, going to their place for titles, for top 4. What are we going for? Here, we're not going for top 4. We're not going for a title. What we're going for here is progress. It's a progress report. It's about where we are compared to them. And also, it's not even really about Arsenal. It's still very much about Amorim trying to establish his best 11. So it makes me laugh to a certain extent that Arsenal fans are like making it into a big thing, and some United fans are, trying to talk about, oh, we're going to go and win. When for me, and I think many others, I'm like, whatever team he picks against Arsenal, I still don't think it's his best 11. I still think he's learning about his team. So we're on a journey. Whatever the result on Wednesday, we're on a journey because there's no way that team on Wednesday, if it's that, is his best 11. There's a couple of players who are suspended, obviously, but I still think there are players in that 11 that haven't established themselves yet. I don't think Rasmus is the established number 9. I don't think Bruno and Rashford are the established 2 players in behind, because Bruno might find himself a little bit deeper. Is Dalot the left-sided player? Is Luke Shaw the left-sided centre-back? Is a De Ligt and Maz? There's still so much to learn.
Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.